Awesome. So Jay Harvey at AWS has a background over 20 years of experience in technology, and he excels at collaborating with senior executives to develop and implement digital transformation initiatives. He's very passionate about driving innovation to solve challenges and improve the lives of others. And I'm very pleased. Every time we reach out to AWS for a co-presenter for these, they always deliver, and they're always great presentations. And I'm just really excited that as part of our partnership with AWS, Jay could join us today. He's going to talk specifically about the AWS Managed Service offering and how it can help, streamline the operational side of your organization in the cloud. So Jay, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm really excited to hear your presentation.
Chris, first off, thanks for inviting me. We love the opportunity to come and collaborate with partners, especially premier partners like you, and just kind of share some of the great things we're doing together. And I want to thank everyone in the audience for taking the time to join us today. So I know things are busy, life is hectic, so thank you for taking the time to come in and just listen to how we can help you solve some organizational challenges. And this is just a great opportunity as a whole to discuss how AWS in combination with InterVision can help you transform your enterprise. My name is Jay, as Chris mentioned. I'm a business development manager at AWS Managed Services. And as you may know, AWS Managed Services, or AMS, is 100% AMS employees with deep subject matter expertise and capabilities. And our sole focus is to help you focus on driving business outcomes. So take the heavy lifting and allow you to focus on the things that really differentiate your business, drive business value, and separate you from competitors. So with that, let's start with a little statistic that's been thrown around quite a bit. And we want to just to echo, and Jamie mentioned this in the very beginning, and it was interesting to see some of the feedback from the participants, with 92% of the participants saying that they echoed this, saying that they're experiencing the same kind of challenges as they begin to start the cloud migration. And then 40% saying they've stalled migrations due to unforeseen skills gaps were an issue. And what I want to focus on today is how AMS can help you solve those challenges. And the fully managed service that Chris is going to talk about later will be a great way to kind of package it up and how we collaborate together. But let's get to what AMS is. So at AMS, what we realize is a couple things. We understand the challenges that our customers face because, let's be honest, AWS has a lot of phenomenal skills and services, but weaving those different products and services together to form a comprehensive solution can be challenging. And it can be hard to find cloud talent and retain the cloud talent. So what we said is we're going to build solutions that empower our customers to basically drive their operational expertise and improve the operational expertise and drive business outcomes. So what we did, we started off with one solution. We recently expanded it, so I want to talk about that. But we have two different operating models. So there's one where if you want a fully managed solution, you could basically come to us, and what we'll do is bring you into a managed environment that has guardrails and full management capabilities baked out to ensure that you can migrate to the cloud in a safe and secure operating environment. Obviously, we leverage 100% AWS native services, so there's no black boxes. We're going to help you design runbooks and leverage existing capabilities that you can retain. I have a survey poll popping up there. Sorry about that. And you can kind of see us as a way of expanding your operational teams. So if you lack the gap, if you have a skills gap in-house and you lack the internal talent, just think of us as a way of augmenting your capabilities. And when we talk about that, working together in that capacity, the wonderful thing about us is we have month-to-month contracts. There's no long-term vendor lock-in. So that's one of the challenges a lot of people find is that, we have a 3 to 5 year commitment if you decide you want to bring in an MSP, a managed service provider. With us, it's a simple process. We're designed to help you with a cloud migration on a month-to-month basis. So think of us as another service from AWS. We're here to help you drive outcomes. And then the best part about the whole process is as you leverage AMS, we can help you drive outcomes with a short onboarding time and a quick time to value. So the whole point of this is not just helping you get there, but Cecilia mentioned in her presentation that sometimes that those unforeseen gaps cause challenges. But if you leverage the operational expertise, you can avoid taking longer and spending the extra money. And you're leveraging our experience in the market. As you may know, we've been with the founder of Cloud Services, and we've learned a thing or two over the years. And you can basically take advantage of the best practices we bring to the table through some of those experiences. So let's talk about what outcomes could look like for your organization. Well, one of the key things we talk about, what the key concern that a lot of customers have is operational security. So what we do is with all the solutions that we have, we bake in guardrails that make sure that customers have the freedom to move to the cloud without having without having those concerns about being exposed or having data breaches and things like that. So we do have a shared responsibility model, but when you come to the managed service side, we take the heavy lift that frees you up to drive innovation. When we talk about cost optimization, this is the big piece that they're actually going to touch on a bit later. But this is one of the key things that's included with the service is the ability to leverage the operational expertise of AMS to design and operate your environment in a manner that leads to the cost savings you're looking for, and just avoid the hassle of doing it the wrong way and trying to fix it. You can leverage the capabilities that we bring this way. And obviously, we deeply integrated into all the other AWS services. So that's one of the key benefits that you bring is we're actually the only cloud vendor of the big three that have their own managed service. So we bring that skills we bring a deep knowledge of the different services, and we want to make sure you can take advantage of that. So let's drop down and start talking about the different solutions we bring. You may know we have AMS Advanced, and this is our initial product, which was really designed for customers that wanted to make sure that they can migrate quickly to the cloud, but have that safe and secure environment. This is a FedRAMP certified, HIPAA compliant environment that has guardrails baked in and allows customers to know that you're operating in a secure capacity. Now, the challenge with this environment is we actually, there's a prescriptive approach we took. So it basically requires customers to adopt our tools and our processes to ensure that they're, delivering service and avoiding some of the risks that would be associated with doing things in a different manner. But it restricted some of the opportunities. So some customers said, hey, I've already built out a landing zone or an environment that my cloud environment. I'm an existing AWS customer. I've already have some apps and some basic tools that I'm used to and internal processes, and I want to keep that. So what we did is we listened to that feedback and we've rolled out some new products, and we're really excited to share these with you. So our AMSAccelerate product, this is a new service that allows us to basically work with a customer's existing AWS environment. So rather than following a prescriptive approach that we would come in and implement from AMS Advanced, now we can work with you. So if you have existing tools or processes, we can come alongside, understand how you're currently configured, understand what's your optimal approach, and we can adapt and basically take over that process and adapt to work with you in that environment. So the way we do that is we have an out-of-the-box solution that kind of makes it easier. And we also have operations on demand, which is basically a tool that allows us to develop custom scopes of work. So with this custom scope of work, we can take things that may be out of scope for any solution that we have on the Accelerate package and design something specific to your operating needs or your individual environments. So when we talk about the overall solutions, I want to take a minute and just focus on some outcomes here. Because when you hear the capabilities, it's great, but the real thing is, how are we empowering you to get there? So I want to look at a couple customers that we've supported in the past, and we'll see if we can replicate some of this with you. So with Sally Mae, this was actually one of the initial customers that we brought in. And as you know, they're a financial services institution, but they were looking to transform their organization. And the challenge they encountered initially was they had outsourced their IT. So in order to get to these, in order to be as agile as they wanted to be, they had to basically insource. So bring the technology back and then migrate to the cloud. Well, insourcing as a whole can be tough, but then doing a cloud migration can be even harder. So when you're doing both of those at the same time, it can be very difficult to find all the skill sets required to complete those different operations. So what we did for Sally Mae is AMS came alongside, and in collaboration with partners, we can build comprehensive solutions that allow them to modify the applications and capture the greatest benefit by moving to the cloud with the least amount of change to the application. Now, in this particular instance, it actually drove to a 25% reduction in downtime, and they also were able to reduce costs by about 30%. So when you talk about just being able to meet the stringent requirements that are applied to financial institutions, so you can operate securely, and then you can reduce your overall operating costs, 25% in this instance, and then reduce downtime, or 30% for downtime, 25% for downtime, sorry, and 30% for overall cost. That's a significant savings, and we want to make sure that our customers, other customers like yourself, can enjoy those same benefits. When we look at North Australia Bank, similar thing. Another customer that has a lot of federal mandates and compliance requirements that they must abide by. So once again, you need to have a secure operating framework. And in this particular instance, they realized that they'd kind of lost touch with some of their customers. As you know, the one thing that the last year showed us with COVID, situations change. The needs of your business can change and customer preferences can change. And the question becomes, can you adapt fast enough to meet the needs of changing customers or changing environment? Well, so with financial institutions or different companies as a whole, you have to be able to identify those trends in the customers and be able to respond to it. So in partnership with AMS, we were able to help them migrate 30 applications in 50 days. So when you talk about expedited migration, that's one way to look at it. But essentially what they were able to do is take the work of migrating to the cloud, offload it to AMS, and they took their in-house resources and focused on driving innovation. So by training up and refocusing their internal resources in the IT department, they were able to leverage things like machine learning and artificial intelligence to develop a new way to engage their customers. And in doing so, they increased their business value significantly. So this comes down to the big question here I think we need to ask is, do you have the resources to drive innovation and to focus on the things that differentiate your business? And if not, if that's going to be a challenge, take that heavy lifting and those undifferentiated things like patching, which are absolutely critical to the business, but they don't really distinguish you from your competitors or create value in the eyes of customers. Offload that to AMS and allow your resources to do the things that really drive value and help you achieve your overall business goals. All right, Chris, that's what we have, a couple of different stories there. I'd love to open it up for questions, or maybe we can come back at the end.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jay. I think you highlighted some things that are just really important there. It's about the core competencies and what you want to embrace as your core competency. And for organizations that maybe don't want to embrace cloud operations as a core competency, I think this AMS offering is just a great option to accelerate the cloud adoption journey and save cost and harden security, all those great pieces you highlighted. I think I'm particularly excited about AMSAccelerate, the idea of being able to have AWS experts help your operations and take over some of those workloads is really exciting. So thanks for highlighting that for sure. And if any questions come up pertinent to you during the roundtable, I'll be sure to flag you. But it looks like as of right now, we don't have any questions. So thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate you joining us here today.
Yeah, and I mean, when we share your excitement with AMSAccelerate, and the beautiful thing about the solution is it enables us to engage and support customers at any phase of their cloud migration journey. So it's great to be able to have a solution like Advanced, where maybe it's great for a beginning, someone that's just kind of beginning that cloud migration, and it's a fully baked environment you can have out of the box. But AMSAccelerate lets us come alongside companies that may have started, and maybe they stalled along the process, and now maybe they realize they need help. And this is a perfect solution to say, you know what? You've had some challenges in the past, but our past doesn't necessarily need to influence our future, right? So we can come alongside, partner, and help them drive those outcomes you're looking for.